Alright guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is, as you can see by the title of the video, this is part 10 of the standalone releases by Scream Factory. This will be the last video. I have 12 titles right here to show you, and this will sum it up, guys, as I get more, and I'll definitely get some more as I get them in, as I get enough. I'll go back through and redo these videos and make new videos for it. I always do my unboxing videos to let you guys know what I'm getting in new anyway, but guys, there is a lot more releases. Unfortunately, I just don't have them, and that's due basically because Scream Factory just doesn't really do a whole lot of sales. I can tell you right now, for the year 2020, the sales hasn't been that great. I know we had that Cabin Fever sale, which was kind of a decent sale. I probably should have jumped on there and took advantage of that, but there was so much going on at the time. I mean, I had the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Arrow Video was doing a sale like every month, it seemed like. Whether it was Arrow Video UK, the Camp Arrow video sale that just recently done. Now they're doing a Barnes & Noble one. Anyway, let's don't get into all that, but there was just so much stuff taking place, and I'll be honest with you, some of the prices on the stuff that I wanted wasn't really discounted that much. So I definitely love to see Scream Factory do a better job on their sales. Now, if they had been doing better jobs on their sales, I would definitely be showing you a lot more. But with the 10 videos I've showed you so far, I believe I have about 100 standalone releases from Scream Factory. With these videos, guys, if you missed 1 through 9, please go back and check those. There's some great releases, some great gems, awesome titles in there. If something might pique your interest, or maybe something Scream Factory just has released and you're not very familiar that they did release it, or maybe you don't know a whole lot about Scream Factory, whatever, that's what I'm here for. But I've done 10 releases for every video with the exception of part 7. I got to part 7 and I showed 8 titles, and I went to go show number 9 and number 10. I realized I got to keep those two together with the next 2 titles that was coming up for part 8. Just due to they were a limited run. They were very limited. They were standalone releases, but I wanted to keep them together so it wouldn't be too confusing going from 7 to 8. So I showed 8 titles for part 7. Showed 10 for 8 and 9, but for this one, guys, it's going to be 12 titles to finish it out. I want to finish it out on part 10. Yeah, guys, so make sure you go back and you check out the Scream Factory standalone releases from the Scream Factory standalone releases part 1 through 9. Divided those up pretty good. That way, nobody's sitting here watching me show 100 titles for 5 hours and all that. Because who the hell's got free time to sit around and watch me for 5 hours? But anyway, guys, so we got 12 titles right here. We're going to jump into them. We're going to be here for a minute, guys, so please go grab yourself something to drink, a snack. Shit, man, kick your slippers off. Let's get comfortable. Let's have some fun. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into it. This release right here has a ton of special features on it. It's one of those releases where it's like, damn. Like, either there's a cult following for this, or Scream Factory definitely had a really big budget to put this thing together. And guys, that is The Resurrected. This is an H.P. Lovecraft story. Unfortunately, guys, I have not seen this. I ordered this from Amazon with something else. It kind of sat around back here for a while before I opened the package. Just a bunch of crazy stuff going on. I had a bunch of other stuff come in. And of course, Amazon sent it to me damaged because they packaged this movie with a couple other movies with something really big and heavy I'd ordered. And of course, Amazon's just going to send you shit in bubble mailers and stuff that's not really protected anyway. So it got damaged, but I'll show that to you guys here in a minute. But guys, this thing does have a lot of special features on it. This is an H.P. Lovecraft story starring Chris Sarandon. I'll show you the back, guys. Get ready. This thing has got some features on it. They've even got a new 2K scan of the Inner Positive just for this release. And guys, like I said, that is a standalone release from Scream Factory. So I'm hoping that's picking up for you guys right there so you can pause it for the special features. This is one that they did do commissioned artwork for. Open it up and I'll show you guys the other artwork. So there's the artwork right there that Scream Factory had done. And here's the original theatrical artwork. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe a German company released that artwork as a release on a media book or something like that. Not too long ago, I saw one of those floating around eBay. Before I put that back in here, guys, I'll show you the damage. I replaced the case. The disc was fine and everything. But the insert for it, I mean, just look at that thing. It got mangled. It was crushed. But what I've done is I'd ordered a bunch of stuff off of Amazon. And it was a while back, I think, that when this was first released. It's one of those things where I let the packages kind of sit around for a little while because just didn't get a chance to get to them and all that. And when I opened them up, this thing was basically crushed. And I definitely should have sent this back to them and got them to send me a replacement, that's for sure. I just never got around to it. But like I said before, guys, especially my subscribers who watch this channel, you know that I try to stay off of Amazon as much as I can. Time to time, though, I find some deals on there that's just unbeatable. And I, unfortunately, due to financial restrictions, I do have to go through Amazon sometimes to get the stuff I want for a price that I can afford. But for the most part, guys, I stay away from Amazon as much as I can. And that just goes to show you, like, that's the #1 leading global distribution. But they don't know how to do packaging, still to this day. So I think my wife just ordered like a couple books from there. You know, I always try to tell her to stay off of Amazon. She ordered like 3 books, 2 of them came damaged. Because they just, I mean, they literally just stuck them in it, crammed them in an envelope that didn't even fit to begin with, and was like, here. But anyway, guys, coming up next, this is, make sure I didn't forget nothing on that, guys. That was a 2K scan of the Interpositive for the Resurrected. Guys, like I said, I have not watched that release. I can tell you about the special features look on the back. They definitely had a budget for that thing. I'm surprised that it didn't get like a collector's edition or something, but it looks like they definitely had a budget for it. Because there's a lot of new stuff on there that Scream Factory did just for the disc, and there was a lot of stuff that was ported over from a prior release. Anyway, guys, next up, this is another one I have not watched. This is After Midnight from Scream Factory. Got a few features on here, guys. It's a new audio commentary with writer, producer, directors Kim and Jim Wheat. A new interview with actress Jillian McRider, and theatrical trailer. Guys, that's rated R. Let's see here, 93 minutes long. Like I said, guys, I have not watched this one yet. There's no reverse artwork for this release neither. There's a single disc Blu-ray release right there, and have to get around to watching that. Alright, guys, let's move along here. I did watch this one when I got it. My wife got this one for me as a Christmas present. This movie is creepy as hell. I know fans were seeking this movie there for a while. I think it was one of those things that it came out with DVD, and then that DVD kind of went out of print, or just they didn't print no more or whatever. But Scream Factory picked it up and put it out, and I did watch this with the missus, and it's creepy as hell. But guys, that is the Poughkeepsie tapes. For some reason, they decided to give this one a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I don't know their practice on that, like I've said before, guys, and other parts. I'm not really sure how they go about deciding which one actually gets a DVD included with it or not. I think that's now definitely a defunct practice. Yeah, I know for a fact, even like Vinegar Syndrome, they no longer include the DVDs with their releases anymore. They used to always do the Blu-ray on one side, the DVD on the other side. I guess they do it now to save money. I know a lot of people probably don't even watch those DVDs, but I like them. I like the fact that we're getting something else in the case with it. You know, especially if it's got something different to it. Like, well, that's the artwork differs from those discs, and it's nice to have it in there, especially, you know, being a collector. Next up, guys, I did watch this one. Ordered a bunch of titles from Best Buy not too long ago, and this was one of them. I was finding Scream Factory titles on Best Buy there for a little bit, and they were like 12, 13 bucks, and I was just going crazy, filling in some gaps. This is an older film, but I had a lot of fun with it. Guys, that is Attack of the Puppet People. Especially, I went to go put this in my cart. I watched the trailer for this, and I was sold on the trailer automatically. I do like older films. Guys, this is from 1958. Let's see what we got here. It's 79 minutes long, so pretty short film. But yeah, it's got the special features audio commentary with author and film historian Tom Weaver, and a trailer. So, I mean, a commentary and a trailer is all you're getting for this disc. But it's I had a lot of fun with this though. It's basically like imagine Honey, I Shrunk the Kids like 30 years earlier. But I definitely had a lot of fun with that one. That one, guys. I'm always I am too. I'm a sucker for picking up. I know a lot of collectors are kind of tired of seeing Scream Factory put out the Hammer horror films. I'm a fan of those, so I'm not. I do like seeing Scream Factory put those out. I just recently watched Frankenstein Created Woman, the collector's edition they released. I fell in love with that movie. I love British horror, and I love older releases that they decide to go for. You know, especially when they're shooting for like some of these 50s and 60s films. I know everybody is wanting, most of the collectors anyway, are wanting the 80s slasher films and stuff like that, and I do too. I want every single one of them, and I want them to keep releasing them, no matter how far they got to dig for those licenses. But I do like seeing them release the older films too. Here's another one, guys. I like this one. I believe I pre-ordered this one right when they announced this one, and it was a blind buy for me, but I had a friend at the time who was like, "You definitely need to check this movie out. I think this is right up your alley. Got a really good creepy vibe to it." But guys, that is American Gothic. And guys, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. If you're, what can I say? It's more of like a, I mean, they're kind of like trapped on an island where there's just no way out. I mean, it's just, and it's a creepy ass family too. Guys, not much for features on this one. We do get an interview with the composer Alan Parker in a theatrical trailer. So one interview with the composer, which is probably going to be short because he's just telling you how he put the music together for the film in a theatrical trailer. So really not much going on here, guys, unfortunately. But I will tell you, the movie does look great, and this is an awesome release. If you can find this for a few bucks out in the wild, online, somewhere, pick it up, grab it, give it a try. This is just one of those things where this is one of those films that kind of it satisfies my taste buds for horror. It was definitely something that I wasn't expecting. I looked at the cover of that, and I just kind of had this in my mind. I'd put together something else, and when I went to go sit down and watch it, it was something completely different. But there is one. I won't give you a spoiler, but there is one actress in this movie that gets on my fucking nerves, and but it's okay though. She gets taken care of. Here's another one that I ordered from Best Buy with Attack of the Puppet People, and there was a few others in that order. I went crazy there for a little bit. I saw somebody in one of the Scream Factory Collectors Unite groups say like, "Hey guys, like hop on Best Buy. Like they actually have a lot of some of the standalone and collector's edition releases for a good price." And all the collector's editions, of course, that they were carrying at that time, which you really can't. BestBuy.com doesn't really carry shit right now for collector's editions. But they had some decent prices on them, but I'd already had them. But they had a good bit of standalone releases that I didn't have, and they were only wanting like, I think it was $11.99, $12.99. And guys, if you're familiar with Scream Factory, if you're looking at some releases to get, and you're seeing them go for like 12, 13 bucks, that's a steal, because getting on their site most of the time, they're going to cost you about anywhere from 25 to 28 bucks. So that was a steal. I love getting two for the price of one. I can do that shit all day long. But guys, next up, I did watch this one. It was pretty alright. That is The Ambulance. To be honest with you, I was kind of expecting something else. I listened to a reviewer on YouTube who reviewed this movie, and it kind of put my expectations up there a little bit. So when I went to go, finally get this thing out of the box, I was very excited. And this was the first one I watched out of that box, I believe. And I wasn't disappointed or anything like that, but I was expecting something else. But it is what it is. Get audio commentary with director Larry Cohen. So guys, this is a Larry Cohen film. I love Larry Cohen. Just one of those things. Larry Cohen's one of those guys that can literally take like $100 and he could stretch it, and he could do something with $100 and turn something into a movie. But sometimes it could be pretty bad and cheesy, and sometimes it could just be gold. Cue the Winged Serpent stuff. It's alive. I mean, this guy's done some great films. That audio commentary has been moderated by King Cohen, director Steve Mitchell, Still Gallery, and theatrical trailer. So we got a little bit to chew on there. It's a film from 1990. Guys, that's 96 minutes long. And it stars Eric Roberts and Jesus Christ, what's his name? Hold on a sec, guys, and I'll tell you. James Earl Jones. So, let me show you the artwork on the inside too as well. So it's a single disc Blu-ray disc release. Guys, I'm hoping I showed you American Gothic. We're going to dial it back just a second. I believe I did show that to you. But no reverse artwork on that one. Just the disc artwork and a scene of the film behind there. So Scream Factory commissioned this artwork right here. And for the original theatrical, thank God they didn't just keep it at this, because this art looks boring as fuck. But that's a typical like early '90s theatrical poster right there. But they did go with the. I do like the fact that they did some commission artwork, and it probably helped the sale of this release a little bit, because if it was just based on that artwork back there, probably wouldn't have sold shit. I'll admit it, even when they announced this title, when I looked at the artwork that they showed in the post, I was like, wow, like what the hell? So, next up, guys, now this is a release I grew up with right here. I was so glad when they finally announced this. I pre-ordered this thing. I was super glad to get this thing. I'm sure some of you guys too, especially around the same age as me, you probably definitely grew up with this film too. And this thing is packed. I'm telling you right now, there's no reason why this thing shouldn't have... Why the hell they released it as a standalone release, because this should have got a collector's edition stamp. Who knows if that was a restriction from the studio or not, but it would have been awesome to see Scream Factory do commission artwork for this, get a slipcover, get a poster, all that good shit with it. And I'll show this thing to you guys. This thing is loaded with features. I mean fucking loaded. Oh shit, man, loaded like Keith Richards. But guys, that is Brain Scan. I'm sure there's a lot of fans for this. I'm a diehard fan of this movie. I remember first watching, Ever Before Long, like Pet Sematary 2, Terminator 2, and then seeing this thing right here, and I just thought, like, this guy couldn't go wrong. Like, this is a great actor. Like, he does great movies, and who knew I'd be saying a different story not too long after that. But I think he chose to do more drugs than he did movies there for a while. But guys, this is a great release. I'll show you the inside right there. Like I said, Scream Factory didn't do commission artwork. It's just a scene from the film. And there's the disc right there. You guys take a look at the special features on the back of that. I hope that pops up there for you. Sorry for that glare. Guys, I mean, there's a good bit of stuff on here. New audio commentary with assistant to the director. New digital debut, an interview with screenwriter Andrew Kevin Walker. New Talking with Trickster, an interview with actor T. Ryder Smith. New Merging Realities, featuring interviews with special makeup effects supervisor Steve Johnson and special makeup effects artist Andy Schoenberg and Mike Smithson. New musical Virtuosity, an interview with composer George S. Clinton, deleted scenes, behind the scenes footage, teaser trailer, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still gallery. That thing is just fucking loaded, guys. Released in 1994, 96 minutes long. And guys, this thing looks fucking great. I've had a VHS of this. I've had a DVD of this. I'm telling you, that release right there is the way to go. The way to go. It looks fucking incredible. I will tell you this. I kind of figured Ever Before Long wouldn't do an interview for this. And so Scream Factory finally released the specs on social media. And of course, everybody was like, well, hey, like, what about Ever Before Long? Did you guys get in contact with him to do any kind of interviews or anything? They were like, unfortunately, he declined. And I was like, well, I kind of figured that. All of a sudden, it seemed like 2 years later, they're going to do the collector's edition for Pet Sematary 2, and guess who does a fucking interview for the special features? Edward Furlong. He is on that disc, I'm telling you. And when I saw that, I was like, what the hell? I mean, I'm assuming maybe something changed for him. He might have needed the money now than I don't know. I think his life was in the shithole there for a long time. I know he's pretty much living off of conventions. He's starting to do those now, which he's been pretty much, he turned his nose away from all that, I guess, till all this cocaine money ran out. I'm just talking shit about Ever Before Long. I love that dude in some of my favorite childhood films. Yeah, I was just kind of like, damn, like, he turned Scream Factory down to do an interview for Brain Scan, but definitely said yes to Pet Sematary 2. So, not sure, who knows, could have been some, I mean, who knows whatever kind of legal shit was going on at that time, too. Because, I mean, he's been in and out of court, to rehab facilities and all that stuff. So, who knows? I mean, while they were putting this release together, he might have been in rehab or might have been incarcerated. Hell, who knows? But, guys, that is a great release, though. If you find that thing for a few bucks, I guarantee you will not be disappointed. God, it'd take you forever to get through all them special features. I'm telling you, they pack that disc down. They give you a ton of shit to chew on right there. And I was very, very happy to get that in the mail when it finally released. I was all over that thing. That day I got it in the mail. Opened that thing up, watched. I think I watched the movie twice that day, and I just blew through the special features like it wasn't nothing. But of course, I didn't really go through the commentaries, which I need to go back and visit that. All right, guys, here's another great release right here. That next one, I'll show you some crazy shit about that, even though that's a childhood favorite. This is a great release too, guys. I showed you the original release. Might have been in the last video, part 9 or maybe part 8. Just can't remember. But guys, this is the Crispin Glover remake of Willard. I do like this movie. I know a lot of people don't really give a fuck about killer rat movies, but I like Crispin Glover. That dude's just out there, and he's a damn good actor. Guys, they gave this one to one hell of a release. The features on this thing is great. Guys, you open up the disc right there. Open up the case, and it's a single disc Blu-ray set release right there with just basically just a scene from the movie. No commissioned artwork. Guys, I'll try to hold that up. I doubt that camera might pick that up, but as you can see, they loaded this thing down, guys. With this one right here, you get a new 2K scan from the original film elements, new audio commentary with director Glenn Morgan and cinematographer Robert McLaren. New audio commentary with, Jesus Christ, Mark Haddon and David Ellsbury from Boone's Animals for Hollywood. So those are guys who did the rats for the movie. Audio commentary with Glenn Morgan, producer James Wong, and actors Crispin Glover and Arlie Ermy. Sorry. He's passed away not too long ago, I think about 2 years ago. The Year of the Rat, a 73-minute documentary on the production. Rat People, Friends or Foes, music video Ben, sung by Crispin Glover with optional commentary. 12 deleted alternate scenes with optional commentary, theatrical trailer, and TV spots. I'm telling you guys, that fucking thing is packed. And that's just a standalone release. I mean, who knows? I mean, just these 2 releases by themselves. I mean, these definitely could have been collector's editions. There's special features, the amount of special features that's on either one of these discs right here. I've seen a ton of collector's editions that didn't even have half of that shit. Look at the special features for Prince of Darkness. If you have that sitting on your shelf, take a look at that. There's only just so much on there. And there's just a couple things to go on in that bonus feature. As soon as you click that bonus feature button, there's only just a couple things right there. You click the bonus feature button for these discs at the menu screen, good luck. You're going to be there for a while if you plan on going through all of them. But that's what we love, though. Love to see that shit released like that, man. That's great. But guys, that Willard, it was released in 2003. 100 minutes long. That's rated PG-13. I remember that movie was released. I was all over that shit. Loved the hell out of it. And I was a big fan of that. And just for some reason, I never got around to seeing I knew of it. Just never got around to seeing it. And then Scream Factory released Willard, the original. And they released Ben as well, which is Ben is, you know, the acting sequel to Willard. And I like Ben, it's alright, but man, that original Willard, I'll hold that shit up there. It's great. I can't believe they let this shit slide through, guys, but this has happened before with typos from Scream Factory. You guys probably already know exactly what I'm talking about, especially the Die-Hard Scream Factory collections. Collectors out there, they put a typo right on the front of this fucking movie. And I was so glad to get this movie, and as soon as I opened up, I did look down there. I was like, wait a minute, like they spelled something wrong. And sure enough, they did. I guess they just didn't do quality check good enough, but they definitely let that slip out the door, though. But guys, this this is man's best friend. I did grow up with this movie, too. Everybody who's ever seen the movie Friday, where the dad is laying in the bed watching the postman get his ass bit up by a Rottweiler, that's the scene from this movie. And it's just, shit, man. Like I said, I grew up with this film. Loved renting it from the video store on VHS. I mean, I kept that thing out from the video store. Loved the hell out of it. So, guys, here's the inside of it. They do have some reverse artwork. Here's a disc right there. Now, I will show you, Scream Factory themselves, they made this artwork for this release. But I chose this artwork. And, guys, I don't know if you can tell this or not, if it's going to zoom in good enough. But if you look, there's a word right there that's horribly misspelled. So the day I got it, and I opened it up, and I was going through the release, just combing over everything. I was looking at the front, because I was like, I want the original theatrical artwork on the front, because I just grew up with it, and I want to have it that way. It's pretty sentimental to me. I love Lance Hendrickson. If I can learn to talk this morning. And kind of just sitting there looking at it. I looked down, I'm like, wait a fucking second. But it's happened before, guys. They have made some typos on some shit before. Luckily, they have caught some stuff before and fixed it in time, or either that, they let the first batch go out with a typo on it, then they'll try to fix it later. But they definitely let that one slip by. But special features, guys, we get a new 2K scan from the original film elements, new audio commentary with writer-director John Lafia, and theatrical trailer. So, and guys, that new 2K scan looks fucking beautiful. I will give them that. It's awesome. I was very happy to have this movie. I had the DVD sitting on the shelf, and I've had that thing for a long time. And even got the VHS over there. And like I said, I kept that VHS from the video store constantly. Love the hell out of this movie. But very glad to see them release it, though. Got some solid fucking releases. Guys, I got this one from Amazon. I remember seeing I don't want to run the story too much, take too much of you guys' time, but I was looking at Facebook one day and somebody posted like, hey, hop on Amazon, like Scream Factory has this new release, and Amazon's got it marked down to like $11. And I was like, wait a minute, that's brand new. How the hell is Amazon only selling it for $11? But what it was an Amazon glitch. They weren't supposed to be selling it for that price. So a lot of us hopped on there from that Facebook Scream Factory page group, and we all ordered the shit. By the next day, they changed the price on that shit quick. But guys, this is The Brain, and at that time, Scream Factory had just released this. It wasn't even out that long, and sure enough, I guess Amazon fucked up on the pricing of it or something like that. And a lot of us took advantage of that shit and got it, because at the time, I think Scream Factory was wanting like $27.99, $26.99 for this on their site. Got on Amazon, got it for $11 or $12. We were eating that shit up. I can tell you this, I wish this movie would have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. Guys, I don't know if you could be able to pick up on the back there. We got some features on there, though, and I'll try to read them off real quick. For this release, you get a new 2K scan of the only surviving film elements. So who knows what film elements those are? New audio commentary with director Ed Hunt. New audio commentary with actor Tom Bressenhan. I don't know how to pronounce that fucking name. I just butchered it both times. New audio commentary with composer Pal Zaza. New interviews with actor Cynthia Preston and George Buza. There's some names on the back of this. And assistant art director Michael Borthwick. Love Letter to the Brain featurette. I'm telling you guys, I think everybody who worked on this film had a fucked up name. It's probably how you got casted or got to work on the film. But yeah, single disc release, guys. This movie was released in 1988. It's 94 minutes long, rated R. And like I said, I wish I would have liked it a little bit better since I got it for a steal for the price. But I enjoyed it for what it was. For me, this is one of those films where I have to be in the mood for it. I'm telling you, as soon as I saw what's his name from Reanimator on the back of this, not Jeffrey Combs, but David Gale, saw him on the back of it. I guess it kind of put me up there with some expectations, but and he does a great part in it. He, one hell of an actor. Just seems like everybody else is just, I think they just went around and like some local ads and got some actors for it, because some of them actors in there are fucking horrible. David Gill, of course, he's awesome. He's a trained actor. Alright guys, next one up. I got this one not too long ago from eBay. This actually has some special features on it too. I've really not looked at this in a while. Like I said, just got it not too long ago. Just kind of opened it up, checked the disc out, and put it on the shelf. That is The Brain That Wouldn't Die. This is an old flick. What is this? 1962. So another flick the Scream Factory's dug into for the 60s. Open up the case, guys. It's a single disc release right there. Just no reverse artwork, just a scene from the film. Guys, I'll hold that back up there so you can see the special features. I hope those pop for you. I'll read them off to you right quick. If not, that is a new high-definition 1080p transfer from the negative, restored to its uncut version. So that's always good to read. Get to see the truest cut. Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes. So there we go. There's another release right there, because I said it in another part that for another release that they included the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode. There's a lot of fans of that. Shout Factory owns the rights to it. Why not? Put them on the disc. But they present that episode with The Brain That Wouldn't Die in the standard definition. Alternate scene from the international cut. New audio commentary with film historian and author Gene Haberman and Tony Saso in Still Gallery. And like I said, guys, that's from 1962. So we got an older film here, 81 minutes. and definitely black and white film. And guys, that's an MGM title, by the way. As I've said in my other parts before, guys, if they're MGM titles, you have to look and see if they're still available or not. It was nice though to see come on, I just saw that. Man's Best Friend, that's a Warner Brothers title. Willard, also a Warner Brothers title. And that was a thing there for a while. Warner Brothers was not working with boutique labels whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, you know, Scream Factory announces Creepshow, announces those titles. So they definitely got some work going on with them. Guys, The Ambulance, that's an MGM title. American Gothic, MGM title. Attack of the Puppet People, that's an MGM title. Shit, there's a bunch of them, guys. After Midnight, MGM, and also The Resurrected. So, guys, if you're interested in those, make sure you check the availability on Scream Factory's website. Like I said before in my other videos, I just don't know what their relationship is right now with MGM. I do know they must be continuing to work with them because they're putting out that Pumpkinhead Steelbook, and I know Pumpkinhead is MGM, I believe. And they still have some, you know, so they still have some titles that's still in print from MGM, but there's a lot of them that's just going out of print. But so guys, make sure you check the availability on that. I don't want you to just look at that and be like, oh, they're still available because he's showing them. You have to check them first because unfortunately there's a lot of titles that's out of print. And guys, this will be my last one right here. I probably should have ended the video right there with The Brain That Wouldn't Die, but this is one. I believe Scream Factory has. Let me take a sip, guys. Give me one sec. I believe Scream Factory now for a little bit has done deals with Walmart with putting some of their Blu-rays in their dump bins and just pushing the product for more of an affordable price. I didn't buy this. I guess I kind of did. This came with a subscription that I have through a service called Horror Pack, where I get 4 mystery Blu-rays every month for $25. And I've done their service for a long time now, and it's hit or miss. Sometimes I like what they send. Sometimes they send me movies that I already have, but that's to be expected being a big collector. And sometimes the titles in there could be kind of hit or miss, just with the, you know, whether I like them or not too. But that's to be expected though, especially with a mystery pack. Those guys over there, they do a great job at Horror Pack. But I got this in there, guys, and this is it's a double feature of The Fog and The Howling, and it says this is a Scream Queen double feature. I think basically Scream Factory done a deal where because there was another one too. I think they did Misery and Carrie together as a double feature that was released like this. But I believe what they're doing is they're pressing these up, and they were releasing them, but they were just basically just putting only the movie on the disc and no special features whatsoever. If you look on the back, guys, it's basically just got the synopsis for The Fog and The Howling, but you don't see a section there for special features. It's because I believe there is none. The Fog, of course, 1980. The Howling, 1980. Both those films are 90 minutes. And yeah, guys, I can't really tell you a whole lot about it. There's the disc right there. Now, that disc does remind me of the double feature disc from the double feature releases we get from Scream. Guys, if you're not familiar with those, I did 3 parts for that. Please go back in my videos and find those. Like I said, there's 3 parts I did just for the double feature Blu-ray releases from Scream Factory. The way they done that right there reminds me of that. And tell you what, I'll pull the little leaflet out there, the insert, and for each side you get one side for The Howling behind there and The Fog. So guys, I really don't know the whole gist of this. Like I said, there was this one. I know they did, I believe it was, I could be wrong on this, but I believe it was Misery and Carrie. They done as a double feature disc like this, pretty much set up in the same style. They did Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, I believe, in that same style. So we got those. I kept seeing those in dump bins too. I already had the collector's editions for all this stuff, so I wasn't about to double dip, especially for just a cheapo version. You know, that's nice that they did do this. I will say that, especially giving people a chance to take a look at Scream Factory. But it'd be only kind of like looking at Scream Factory for what they're doing for the restorations, not so much special features. And that's what a lot of us collectors go for, because we're wanting to see like new interviews and stuff like that. Well, apparently with these you don't even get the old stuff, like the old ported over stuff. They didn't even bother doing that with these. But so we saw that. Like I said, I think we saw like 3 double feature releases. And on top of that, it seems like now we're seeing some Scream Factory stuff pop up in Walmart. I know everybody's been seeing Candyman, shit, what was the other ones? Firestarter, Starman, Big Trouble in Little China. Guys, there's a few more of them. But there were like a month or two ago, about 2 or 3 months ago, like people were going into Walmart to see Scream Factory Collector's Edition sitting on the shelf for like 10, 13 bucks. And I like that. It's really cool as hell to see that. Especially Scream Factory pushing their product a little bit more and getting it out to stores. Because I mean, you can buy a couple things from Scream Factory at Best Buy, not too much if they still carry their stuff anymore. I'm not really sure, but I did go through there and see some of their steelbooks at some time. I did see a couple collector's editions. We know FYE carries stuff, from Scream Factory. A little pricey though, which it always is. And so it's kind of nice to see Walmart carry the stuff. But what's not nice about it is we're watching a lot of people going to Walmart and buy stacks of the same title for like 10, 13 bucks and getting back on here ripping people off on eBay, trying to sell the shit for 30, 40 bucks a pop. And they're doing it too. But it's just how it goes. But guys, that's it for the Scream Factory standalone releases. This is the end of part 10. I'll hold those up for you guys just like I do for every video if I forget. Guys, please know that there is 12 titles in this stack right here. We'll go through them right quick, guys. That is The Resurrected, After Midnight, The Poughkeepsie Tapes, Attack of the Puppet People, American Gothic, The Ambulance, Brain Scan, Willard, Man's Best Friend, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and I threw in the Scream Queen double feature, which is The Fog and the Howling. So if I don't drop that shit, so yeah, guys, that's the end of the Scream Factory standalone releases that's in my collection. As I said before, I'd love to be showing you a lot more, but unfortunately, just Scream Factory hasn't done really good sales in a while. So whenever they're 25, 28 bucks a pop, guys, I can only get on there and order so many at a time. You get on there and get 3 movies, and it's like $100 right there by the time you check out. I like to do them sales where I can get a box full of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys can all agree with that. Just, I don't know what it is. Maybe they'll work on marketing with their sales team and stuff like that and push better sales. And it's a shame because we're seeing, like I said before, we're seeing Arrow Video do great sales. I just unboxed just a couple days ago back here. I unboxed Mike's Grindhouse Video Tampa box. I did the Camp Arrow Video summer sale. And that was great. Those titles, I mean, they're basically like 20 bucks a piece, but better than paying 30 for them. So got some good stuff in there. And I mean, Vinegar Syndrome does great sales. Arrow Video does, they fucking constantly do a sale, it seems like, anymore. And that's awesome as hell. But it's just Scream Factory. I don't know what it is. They just don't really do sales that much. Blue Underground just went through Mike at Grindhouse Video to do their sale. He was doing their stuff. He was pushing their stuff for a couple weeks. Had a good sale on that. But when it comes to Scream Factory, especially for the year 2020, I don't think we really seen a whole lot. Last year, 2019, I know we got the run-of-the-mill, basically your October sale. And that's one of those sales, unfortunately, where it's not the entire website that's, that's up for grabs in the sale. It's they select only so many titles that they put on the sale page. And every year they do that. I look on that page, and 9 times out of 10, there's like 95% of those titles I already have. But it's nice to grab 1 or 2 here and there. I'll participate in a sale even though it's only a couple things I can only get because they're only selecting certain titles. Because like I said, that the best sale I've seen from them, hands down, was 2017. They did celebrating the 5-year anniversary of Scream Factory, and they did a 50% off sale. Now keep in mind that 50% didn't come off the price that you would normally see on there. That was off what they call MSRP, some whatever bullshit price it was. So if a release was suggested at $30 and it was a 50% off sale, it was $15. And I bought some really good stuff, man, that year. I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars, got a big box of stuff. Had fun with that, but just after that, I didn't really never get a really big sale from them again. I did, however, I think there was a Comic-Con that might have been 2018 Comic-Con. They had a really good sale, and I spent a ton of money on that shit. That was one of those things where a lot of their titles were like 30-40% off. That was, and some of the pre-orders accidentally wound up being I'm getting the discount too. So like Candyman with that deluxe edition, I got that for a good steal. Bunch of good stuff, and just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like anymore we're getting a whole lot of really good deals from Scream Factory. Like I said, that whole Cabin Fever thing we just went through, I should have jumped on there and got something, but I'll be honest with you, the prices still wasn't for me on the stuff that I was gonna grab. So it is what it is though. But guys, I hope you enjoyed all these videos. Like I said, that's the end of part 10. Guys, you know, if you have any releases right there in that stack right there, you want to talk about them, hit me up in the comment section. If you've got any of them that you just flat out fucking hate, don't like the special features on it, the lack of them, or the quality, you know, whatever it could be, just hit me up in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's get that conversation going. Guys, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. I'll try to do these videos as thorough as I can. Like I said, guys, I wish I had more to show you, but, you know, that's with just the standalone releases alone. That's 100 releases I got just for standalone releases. You know, I think I've got 27 out of the 31 releases of the Scream Factory double feature Blu-rays that they've released so far. We got all the steelbooks. Don't have all the collector's editions. I'm missing a few, like 2 from last year and a couple from this year, but I will definitely get those. It's just, you know, just wait until the time's right, but it is what it is. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please hit me up in the comment section, and until next time, be safe and be careful.